Brad Pickett joining us here on MMA Latest. Brad, it must have been a pretty crazy week for you. First in Las Vegas and now back here in UFC Glasgow.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a whirlwind. Obviously, I had my fight last Saturday, and then I stayed in Vegas for the Ultimate Fighter final, and then I flew back Monday, landed back in England Tuesday. I was there for like a day, and then I flew here on Thursday. Yeah, so I'm a bit body clock wise, I'm all over the place.
Was it always the plan to come into Glasgow?
Yeah, I would like to come. I spoke to UFC, said I've got some teammates from the card, and also because it's quite close to home, it's like, why not? So as long as it wasn't like I had a broken leg or anything like that, I would have come here.
Oh, that's great stuff. So let's talk a bit about last week. Obviously, your fight on Saturday, it was going extremely well for you in the first round. I think obviously most people gave you that first round quite convincingly. What's your sort of reflections on that now?
It was strange because my whole training camp and my game plan against Thomas Almedia was to take him down and beat him up on the floor, because I have better wrestling and better ground than he does. But when I started fighting, I was doing so well on my feet and I was lighting him up, and like everything I threw, I was hitting. He was missing me a lot. And me personally, I like to stand up and fight anyway. Because I was doing so well, I was like, wait, I'll keep it here. And then obviously, after the first round, I knew I won the round. I dropped him a couple of times, felt really good. And then started the second round, I felt comfortable, and then boom, everyone saw it. Came out of nowhere, that flying knee, and the rest was history.
Yeah, obviously, after the fight, like straight away, it seemed that you were a bit unhappy about the stoppage. But on reflection now, I don't know if you've seen the footage back. Are you happy with the way it kind of?
Well, obviously, if people know me, they know I can take a good shot and stuff like that, and I wasn't out cold. If I look at it from not from me and take myself out of the equation, if I saw that on someone else, obviously, yeah, it's a fair stoppage. Because I know how I am and how fast I can recover,
yeah,
I would have loved to continue, But yeah, I'm not going to complain about the stoppage, because like I say, if I saw it on someone else, I'd be like, yeah, of course. Especially I fell really bad, and I was out. But as I hit the floor, I woke up. I think if he would have jumped on top of me and started hitting me, one, it could have gone two ways. One, he could have put me out completely, or two, I could have recovered. Because he just hit me and then walked off, it kind of prompted the ref to go, oh, okay, yeah, over, So like, me personally, I'd rather have that chance of maybe recovering, which was taken away from me. But yeah, I've got no complaints about the stoppage, because I felt really hard, and it looked pretty bad.
There's been some really cool footage actually making its way around the internet of Dana speaking to you after the fight as well. That must, I guess, be somewhat of a small consolation, knowing that in your boss's eyes you put on a great show for him on Saturday, and he appreciated that.
Obviously, you always, in any job you do, you always want to keep your boss happy, and it's good to keep Dana happy, don't get me wrong, man. But I know he's a big fan of the sport as well, so it's great for me, but at the end of the day, I still want to compete and win, I'm in the sport to try and do something. I don't just make up numbers, so for me, I'm still gutted that I lost, but yeah, obviously, it's also Dana gave me a call the other day as well. Him and Lorenzo just called me to thank me for the fight. So it was a great fight. So yeah, it was nice. He told me to keep my head up. And, so it was nice to get a call from them as well.
That's good stuff. So I guess after being on the biggest show of the year, I guess what's the rest of your year looking like?
I'm actually not going to fight again this year. I would like to, but I'm actually having my first child in September.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. So that's my next fight. So I think I'll take the rest of this year off, have some time with my family, and the wife, and then I think there's going to be a card in London next year in February, and I think that's what I'd aim to be on, and I don't know how, I have to have a look, part of me was thinking of maybe like calling it a day and stuff like that, but I have to take a look. Obviously, I don't like to make decisions emotionally. It's still quite raw at the moment, but I think a lot of my decisions will be made after my child is born. I think once my child is born, I'll be able to reflect. It could send me one or either way, so I have to probably wait until that happens.
Great, it's great to hear. Brad, thanks very much for your time this morning.
Thank you.